Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing a small haul with you of the things that I've been picking up the last few weeks. I'm just going to try to make it short and sweet, and then I also want to update you on a few products that have been in prior hauls and just how I've been liking them so far, if I would recommend purchasing them, and so on and so forth. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first product I am most excited about, I got this at the CVS pharmacy. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is in the shade 110 Porcelain, and I tried this out for the first time this morning, and I love it. It's so good for a drugstore mascara foundation, and I'm really excited for this. So it's for the new Dewy and Smooth look. I believe they do have a matte and poreless one, but since I'm more on the dry side, I went with this one, and I actually am really liking it so far. So I'm excited for this. Along with that, I got the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Set and Smooth powder that I just used to set the powder. They also, like I said, do have a matte one for this powder, but this one is specifically for setting and smoothing. So it comes in a little round like this, and it does have a little powder poof underneath with a mirror. So really liking this combination. I feel like I'll be using this quite often. So excited to find a good foundation from the drugstore. I've heard a lot of things about the Maybelline Fit Me line. Like I said, I've been using the concealer and I really have been enjoying it. So excited for that. Next from the drugstore, this is one that I've heard on YouTube countless times. It's the Milani Baked Blush, and this is in the shade Luminoso, shade number 5. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, dang, that's orange. It never really looked that orange on YouTube, but it is a very peach blush. But I went ahead and bought it because everyone loves this Luminoso shade, and I actually really like it. I'm wearing it today, and I thought it would look too orange on my pale skin, but I actually really like the way this turned out today. I paired it with a Laura Mercier bronzer, and I think it came out really nice, very glowy, so liking this one so far. And this one as well comes with a little baby brush, little baby brush, and a mirror. I never honestly use these, so it is kind of annoying to me when they come in compacts like this. I wish there was a way to like super glue it down so it didn't pop open, but regardless, it's a very pretty blush. I'm excited to get some use out of this. So next were a couple items from Sephora. I know this year everyone is on a color correcting train, and all these brands are coming out with their color correctors, and I don't have a lot of different hyperpigmentation or redness or you know, dark circles or dark spots, but I really wanted to try the green color corrector for some redness because I had a little blemish down here and one over here, and no matter how much concealer I put on anything, it would always just shine through the concealer. So there was a huge bump. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I don't see it at all today. In fact, let me just take a look. Like, I don't see it at all. It was this huge red spot this morning, and I put a little bit of this green color corrector on it. This is a Sephora brand. I wanted to try them out, but I didn't want to like spend a ton of money right off the bat. I just wanted to make sure it was something that I was going to use first. But it comes in a little tube with a little wand applicator, and it goes on very green, and then I just covered it up with my concealer, and it did a great job. So far, very impressed with this Sephora one. And all these products I actually got yesterday. There's a few that I got a couple weeks ago that I'm going to share with you too, but I used all of them this morning. And so far, my first impressions of all the things I've got, like, I'm very impressed. So this was $14, and compared to, I know Urban Decay is coming out with some, that's the one I was originally going to get, but they didn't have them in stores yet. So went with this, and I'm impressed. So good on this. So when I was looking at the Sephora color correctors, they do have other ones. They have a yellow one for dullness, a purple one for, what's the purple one for? I don't remember. Maybe the purple one's for dullness. Anyways, they have a purple, a yellow, and then 2 shades of a peach color for the dark under eye circles. But right next to it are the Sephora concealers, and so I decided to pick one of these up. I have been, like I said, using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And I do like that for a drugstore type price, but I have been wanting to get another concealer. Like, I need another concealer. I do have quite a few, but there are some that I really love, but they're very thick. They're very, like the Makeup Forever. Love that one, but it's thick. I have the Bye Bye Under Eye. Love it, but it's thick. So for like a lightweight concealer, I was really loving the Urban Decay Naked, but that one dried up really fast, and so I decided to go with the Sephora one, long story short, and it's in the shade 101 Bavarian Cream, and I used it this morning, and it's actually really nice. It doesn't have the applicator the same as the Urban Decay one. It's kind of like a flat doe foot, which I really like for applying concealer, but it's just a little rounded doe foot. But it's very light, very bright, but it does a good job, and I actually really do like this one so far. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day, as long as we'll see how this green one lasts throughout the day. But so far, yeah, liking this concealer too. Okay, so another thing I bought last week was this Olay Night Recovery Cream. Now to start off, I have a favorite night cream. It is this Lancome. It is the Benefit Multivital Night Cream. And this stuff is like a drink of water for your face. Like, so good. Love it. But I'm like getting halfway through it, and this is like a $50 jar of night cream, which I think I bought mostly with a gift card. It was kind of like one of those spur of the moment things. I really wanted it because I love the sample that I had gotten, but I'm like using it every night, and I'm thinking I don't want to have to repurchase this often for the $50. It has lasted a long time, but I want to save this for like special, no, that's the wrong word. I want to use it for like a once in a while, like maybe once a week or once every couple days kind of thing, just kind of to make it last a little bit longer. So I wanted something that was going to be as good as the Lancome and give me that moisture that I need throughout the night. And I came across this Olay Regenerist. I've seen commercials, I think, for this is why it sounds so familiar. But it says improved formula, now works faster. But it's a night recovery cream moisturizer. So it says intense moisturization while you sleep. So some of the benefits, it says it regenerates surface skin cells faster than previous formulation, continuously moisturizes throughout the night, hydrates to plump skin, reduces the appearance of fine line and wrinkles, exfoliates to aid the surface cell turnover. It's rich and velvety, fast absorbing, non-greasy, lightly scented. And then it says, with advanced immunopeptide complex, the super hydrating formula is designed to penetrate 10 surface layers deep to rejuvenate the surface skin cells while you sleep. So, of course, a box can say whatever it wants to say, but when I did put it on the first time, it does feel so rich and creamy, and it's the same consistency as my Lancome, and it does feel very hydrating. It comes in this little purple jar, so cute, but this is 1.7 ounces, and I want to say this was $17. So for reference, this Lancome one, although bigger, is actually 1.7 ounces as well, so it's a way better deal, and I do enjoy it. I feel like my skin is very hydrated, and I mean, I don't have any bad thing to say. One other thing I got at the drugstore was this Milani Moisture Lock, and it's a coconut oil infused lip treatment. They had so many different colors, so there's a bunch of different colors with a bunch of different, like grapefruit oil, I can't remember any of the other oils, but it was like all different types of oils for different things, like soothing, you know, rejuvenating, things like that. I got the one for moisturizing, and yeah, I don't know about this. So I feel like they're trying to go towards that YSL, the oil lipstick that's like $30 something. I think that's the idea they're going for, maybe. But this, I feel, didn't really live up to expectations. I mean, it was like $9, but I don't feel like this is something I would repurchase once it's gone. I will use it up, but look at this big fat applicator. It is like ginormous, but it's not like soft. It doesn't like flow. It's just very kind of stiff applicator, and it does feel good when you first put it on. It feels not too sticky, but you know, a little bit glossy and oily and feels nice, but it dissipates pretty quickly. Like, I was having to reapply it over and over and over again. Will I use it? Yes, because I bought it and it was $9, but will I repurchase? Probably not. So that was the Milani Moisture Lock treatment. Next was a Perfectly Posh order. They came out with their new spring line, so of course I had to get some things. My first is this Big Fat Yummy hand cream. Of course, I have like so many of these scents. This is in the scent Good Vibes, and it's a juicy mango with a hint of coconut. And I love the smell of coconut. I love the smell of coconut. I have a candle that's burning, it's coconut, and I love coconut lotions and coconut primers and things like that. So this one smells so good. Like, this is my favorite Big Fat Yummy Cream out of all the ones I have. It smells so delicious. I also got a coconut snarky bar, which is like a super exfoliating, scratchy soap bar. So that's in the shower. I didn't save the packaging. I should have saved it to show you guys. But that one's good as well. It does hurt, but I know that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to exfoliate the skin. I know that. So I use it for shaving my legs and really exfoliating my dry skin there. Then also from Posh, I got this face mask Stay Gold. It's a face mask, obviously, but it's kind of like a, what is this? It reminds me of like oatmeal. It's like this thick, chunky orange color, and it feels pretty nice. It gives you that kind of cool, tingly sensation, but I've only used this once, so stay tuned for my thoughts on this one. All right, last but not least is not a beauty thing, but it's super delicious, and it's this. It's Lenny and Larry's The Complete Cookie. So it's intended for like a protein meal replacement, and my husband started eating these, and then I wanted to try one, so I saw them at the store and I bought one. But it's fresh baked, vegan, 16 grams of protein, no dairy, no eggs, no soy, non-GMO, kosher, no high fructose corn syrup, 8 grams of fiber, no cholesterol, no trans fat, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar, alcohols, and sustainable palm oil, whatever that is. But these are so good. It tastes like a cookie. Like, I ate this for breakfast, which it's probably too many calories for breakfast. I think this whole big cookie is 180 times 2, so 360 calories. For actually, that's a decent breakfast, but it made me really full, and it literally tastes like a cookie. Like some of these protein things, like the Lara bars, been trying to eat those lately for like snacks at work, and it's like I have to choke them down. They're disgusting. No offense at all, but this was super good. It was like a cookie for breakfast. All right, so I probably should have done this as 2 separate videos because my haul went a little bit longer than I thought it would, but let's just go with it and get these mentioned as well. I wanted to tell you my thoughts on some of the products I've hauled in the past, so I'm just gonna get started and we'll just go through them really fast, okay? So first is a L'Oreal True Match Cushion Foundation. I love this foundation. I think it looks so flawless. I have really enjoyed this foundation. It is like a sponge. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It does dry up faster than I want it to. Like now I'm like pushing my beauty blender and trying to get the very last remnants out of it, but this was a good foundation. I maybe wouldn't repurchase it, or maybe I might. I do love it, but it was $17. It did go by kind of quick, but love this one. So I mean, if you want to try it out, try it out. Maybe you won't use it as fast as me. I did use a beauty blender, so it was like sponge, sucking up sponge. So maybe moving forward, if I got it again, I would only strictly use a brush to get it out. So that might be something that would make it last longer. I don't know. All right, so I mentioned this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm excited to try this one with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation and my powder. I did want to try out my new Sephora concealer today, so I didn't use this one, but this is a good drugstore concealer. This one is in 15 Fair. I always just go for the lightest shade at the drugstore. I hate not being able to try stuff on. It drives me nuts. But this one has done well for me, so I have enjoyed this Fit Me concealer. Then we have the NYX. This is the Fair Dark Circle Concealer. I don't use this enough to have a huge opinion on it. I guess it does what it's supposed to do, but I don't have that many dark circles, and I just kind of skip this step in my routine. I think in the future I would like to have a peach shade like in a tube like this, just for easier application, because when it's in a jar like this, it's very thick and I feel like it's a little too much for the under eye, so not too keen on this one. Then we have the NYX eyeshadow base. Again, this is one I don't reach for hardly ever. Usually I just smear some concealer on my eye while I'm doing my concealing, and then that's what acts as my eyeshadow base. So this isn't one I reach for either. It wasn't what I expected. I was thinking like the pencil where you like really draw it on and it stays away and then you could really stick that powder to it. This shears out when you rub it in, which is probably their intention, is that it's an eyeshadow base that you can rub in. But this isn't really what I was looking for. So this isn't something that I would personally ever purchase again either. All these are like really negative. I have a lot of negatives here. And they're all like NYX products. No offense to Nick. I have nothing against Nick, but what I've tried so far I haven't been too impressed with. Because this one, the Advent Pop Palette by NYX, I did a tutorial with this and I haven't touched it since. Like, it has some good colors in there, but the pigment isn't really there, and compared to the eyeshadows I already have, this isn't one that I ever reach for to make certain eye looks. I really need to be better about trying it out, because this was $17 too, and I hate to just waste it, but it just really wasn't a favorite of mine. So I may pass this on to someone who may use it more, or I think it's too late to return it. So not bad, but not one that I love. And then next was the NYX Soft Focus. This one wasn't a bad primer, but look, I gouged it out. I used it, this is a primer for your foundation, and I use this little sponge pad, and I just dug out a huge center. I'm sure you can see, so I was really mad about that. It drove me crazy. But this isn't one I love either. I think right after I got this, or a few weeks after I got this, I got the Nivea Men's Shave Balm, and I know you're probably sick of hearing it, but I use that every day. And so primers like this kind of get pushed to the wayside. So I don't think I hate it, I just don't love it, and I will not be repurchasing this one either. So since we should probably end this video on a good note, I did get the MAC. This is the NC15 NW20. This is what I use on my inner rim, and I have been liking this. I love the way it looks right away. I don't know if you can see, but it really does brighten up your under eye. Now, after 8 hours of work every day, it's gone. I'm not even sure when it disappears because I'm so busy at work, but somehow throughout the day it goes away. And like I said, my eyes water all the time, and so I kind of have a feeling that this would be the case, but I do like the way it looks initially. I don't know if there's any liner out there that can handle my little leaky eyes, but this is a good one for sure. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I know this one is a little bit longer than my past videos have been, but I always hate it when I watch hauls on YouTube, but then I never know like if they liked the haul. So I want to be good about letting you know what I think about the products I've hauled, and I'll definitely try to keep up with that and keep you guys posted. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. First off, I want to start off with what I'm most excited about. It is, oh gosh, where is it? What I'm most excited about, I already put in the drawer. That's how excited I was about it. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for watching.